Hi, Mark. How are you doing today?
Good, thanks.
Would you like to introduce yourself for us and tell us a bit about your business?
Yeah, so as thanks for the introduction. My name's Mark Green. My business is Deliberate, and it's spelt that way, deliberately. So we're really about diversity and inclusion and building a platform to bring together the consumers, staff, businesses, investors, and the community together to try and really drive fundamental change in terms of how businesses behave and to increase diversity and inclusion across all aspects of diversity and inclusion. We're currently at a very early stage, so any feedback, tips, anyone wants to get involved, that's my little plug right now. So please do.
Fantastic. So, Mark, you've been looking for potential co-founders and investors in order to start your business. Tell us some of the ways you've been out there meeting people and sharing your dream.
Yeah. So for me, I probably don't have a background in this area in terms of, I've come out of large corporate. So it's really been about how do I build a network in an area that I don't have a network in. So obviously joining the Leadership Institute is one of the ways I've done that, to sort of to start to learn, start to meet people, but also attending some meetups and so forth. So I've attended some diversity and inclusion workshops, and met some people through that, through reaching out to even my existing contacts and saying, hey, do you know some people who fit that kind of model that might be entrepreneurial, might have quite an interest in this kind of area, potentially could have, quite a personality, maybe a bit of a media profile, someone who could really give that boost. So it's an ongoing journey. It's not easy because breaking into that world when you don't have those connections, but I am getting referrals. So it's a matter of reach out to the people and ask them who they might know and could they do an introduction, and that way is working the best. So I'm getting a few coffees and a few follow-ups, and I think the important thing is most people do want to help. So it's about how do you get to them with that message and get it quite clear. But what I probably got to do is I've also got to work on my elevator pitch, and for when I do actually meet these people, to build their interest, build their excitement, and so forth. So it continues, that engagement continues. I think I had a coach, I've got an executive coach who said, you often get one shot with people, but the key thing is make that a very clear message and then build an ongoing engagement, which might be if they refer you to someone else, come back to them and tell them how that referral went to, for example. So you keep that engagement going. So there's some of the tips. I'm still early days, so we'll see how I go.
That's great. So what's your next step?
So my next step is where I'm literally talking to teams across the world at the moment to try and start work on a technology build. So we're going to do a minimum viable product for the platform, which will be a consumer portal. And that's really for me to start to test and learn. So to understand from the market out there what kind of interest there is in not the whole product. It's really about breaking it down into a small piece in probably what will be one of the most important pieces, which is, can I drive traffic to the actual platform? If I can drive traffic and that requires a lot of test and learn, then I think I've got a good pathway forward. And that's really important. It's rather than dive right in, it's about let me try and learn and change things and adjust and see what kind of works before I go a bit any further. Once, that happens, then, I can build a few more things and hopefully at that point look for investors. Hopefully by that time find some good co-founders or people to come and help me, because it's too much just to be me. So looking good so far.
That's really exciting. All right. Thank you very much for joining us today, Mark.
Thank you. Cheers.